is because they're mismanaging their games. It's actually not that complicated at all. They're mismanaging their games completely. They're mismanaging Overwatch. They did that for months, and people hated it. Nobody even wanted to watch the competitive games. They're mismanaging Diablo 3 for the past 5 years, making no new content, just repackaging and rebuffing other abilities and saying it's new. They're mismanaging WoW for the reasons that I talk about every single day. Like, it's just, they mismanage Warcraft 3 Reforged. StarCraft 2 is dead. Heroes of the Storm is dead. It's insane.
Earlier this week, I stumbled across a video by gaming streamer Asmongold decrying the state of Blizzard Activision and the general degraded state of World of Warcraft. Now, I don't play WoW myself and haven't seen anything from Asmongold before, but he touched upon a topic that's been brought up and popularized by neo-reactionary commentators and by James Burnham before them. What Asmongold was reacting to was the earnings report from Blizzard Entertainment showing a 29% drop in the amount of players across all games while simultaneously increasing their quarter-one profits for fiscal year 2021. Blizzard's player trajectory has been going downward from 32 million active users in first and second quarter 2020 to 30 million users in quarter 3, 29 million users in quarter 4, and 27 million users in quarter 1 of 2021. Nevertheless, while the player line trends down, money line go up. The company reported a 7% year-on-year growth despite declining player numbers and general dissatisfaction with the games offered by Blizzard among longtime and enthusiastic fans. In Asmongold's stream, somebody piped in from the chat, "Oh my god, that's capitalism for you." But
it's called capitalism. There's nothing about capitalism that says that you have to destroy your product. Like, this is not capitalism. This is just bad management.
He's 100% right. This isn't the fault of capitalism, so-called. This is the fault of management. What Activision Blizzard is, specifically in the gaming industry, is an example of managerialism. Managerialism, as outlined by James Burnham, is what he argued was slowly taking over capitalist societies across the West, a displacement of traditional capitalism. The theory goes something like this. As the capitalist class grows larger, more wealthy, and presides over companies that grow greater and greater in size, the need for managers arises. With the ascendance of managers comes a split between the owners of capital and the controllers of capital. The capitalist, entrepreneur, business owner, majority shareholder, or whoever maintain de jure ownership over their enterprise, but the control of the assets slides over to the CEO, CFO, and myriad managers working for the company. Furthermore, a publicly traded entity like Activision Blizzard might not even have a majority stakeholder in the company. Instead, shares are held by as many disparate owners as the guy down the street who really liked Diablo 20 years ago and bought a few shares, to the public investment fund of Saudi Arabia, which purchased 14.9 million shares of Activision Blizzard in February 2021, valued at $1.4 billion. The only clear objective of a corporation that size is to yield returns to their shareholders, either through dividends or appreciation of their stock price. Activision Blizzard is no longer a games company trying to make money. They're a money company trying to make games. That might sound like potato, but it really isn't. When Blizzard Games started out in 1991 as Silicon and Synapse Incorporated, it was a new, small player in the gaming industry, started by Mike Morhaime, Alan Adham, and Frank Pierce. These were guys who wanted to make a living creating compelling games. They started out making ports of other games before taking on independent projects of their own, like Rock and Roll Racing and The Lost Vikings. In 1994, they were bought by Davidson and Associates, an American developer of educational software, changed their name to Blizzard Entertainment, and released their breakthrough hit, Warcraft, Orcs and Humans. Blizzard would then be bought by French multimedia conglomerate Vivendi in 1998. Blizzard would go on to release other immensely popular and critically acclaimed games, both before Vivendi's acquisition and after. Some of these were the likes of Warcraft 2 in 1995, Diablo in 1996, StarCraft in 1998, Diablo 2 in 2000, Warcraft 3 in 2002, and World of Warcraft in 2004. In 2008, Vivendi would merge Blizzard with Activision in a massive deal and maintain a 52% stake in the company. That changed, though, in 2013, with Blizzard Activision buying 429 million shares from Vivendi, dropping the shareholdings from a 63% stake to 11.8%, effectively ending Vivendi's control of the company. So who owns Blizzard Activision now? The 5 biggest shareholders as of today, May 21st, 2021, are as follows. The Vanguard Group, owning 7.8%. Fidelity Management and Research, owning 5.25%. BlackRock Fund Advisors at 5.02%. SSGA Funds Management at 4.44%, and Capital Research and Management Co. at 3.31%. These are the same investment houses we see pop up over and over and over again, owning shares of this and that. They're the companies investing your pensions, and they have fingers in literally everything. In January 2021, BlackRock had $8.67 trillion in assets under management, and about $3.5 billion of that invested in Activision Blizzard as its second largest shareholder. What are the likes of BlackRock and Vanguard interested in? They're interested in making the line go up. What are the other list of investment houses interested in regarding their Activision Blizzard stock? They want the line to go up. Seeing as the biggest investors are interested in the line going up, what do you suppose the CEO of Activision Blizzard is interested in? Also making the line go up. But that said, are the shareholders of Activision Blizzard really in charge? Do the disparate owners of capital who nominally own Activision Blizzard control the capital they own, or is the capital controlled by the various managers of Activision Blizzard? Unquestionably, the tiller is firmly within the hands of the managers. It's true that the board of directors, representing the shareholders, has control of appointing and removing the head managers of the company. Yet the structure of the corporation known as Activision Blizzard, like any significant and complicated bureaucracy, is largely insulated from the holders of capital. The old Diablo 2 fan who owns a few shares of the company has about as much say in what the research and development, marketing, or game design divisions of Blizzard should or shouldn't do as he does in deciding what the economic policy of the United States government should be. Even a single, relatively significant shareholder like BlackRock probably doesn't have that much control. The goal of the managerial corporation is to grow and perpetuate itself, as with the managerial state, and making the line go up at the expense of core player satisfaction is entirely justified, insofar as doing so doesn't negatively impact growth. It is superior to grow the power and wealth of the corporation with a smaller player base than to have a larger, more satisfied player base who, while profitable, is less profitable. In contrast, the calls of an old-school captain of industry were varied. These were men driven by vision. An entrepreneur like textile industrialist Titus Salt not only built his business empire, but controlled it. With the capital that he amassed firmly in his control, he could use it in line with his principles and conscience. For example, Salt built the beautiful town of Saltaire for his workers, provided schooling for their children, encouraged or even required church attendance of the workers in his town to foster Christian morality and spiritual development. This was possible not just because he owned his capital, but had control over it as well. A manager of capital could not do such because of his fiduciary responsibility to the shareholders and, of course, their competing divergent interests. The captain of industry is a lord of capital. The manager is a mercenary agent of capital. Entrepreneurs still, of course, exist and come up with their own great ideas and innovations all the time. However, to confuse these with managers or managerial entities like the multinational corporation would be a mistake. What we see in the gaming industry is its continual increase in size and scope, being now bigger than ever before. One would think gamers would see this as a golden age for gaming, but for many it's anything but. Many gamers, the real enthusiasts, are the loudest voices decrying the state of the biggest players in the industry, as derivative and uninspired products continue to be churned out year after year from these large managerial institutions. And all the while, the line still goes up. This has been Mr. Patriarch. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, please give this video a like or a comment if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. You can also find the backup for this channel over on Odyssey, which I'd encourage you to subscribe to. Also, if you want to support the show directly, please consider becoming a patron on Subscribestar. Links are in the description. Special thanks to this channel's first 2 patrons, NX Shrapnel and Burnham's Ghost, for supporting the show. Really do appreciate it. All supporters on Subscribestar at any level who help this channel reach its first small goal will have a goodie coming their way in the form of their own bit of extra content. I'm of course grateful for any support you're willing to give, and I look forward to seeing all of you again soon. Patriarch out.